Is it real?
I don't know. Ask him.
Hello again, whiskey tippers and spirit sippers. One here again, and we found another one we've been trying to track down for a while. I've been looking for any GlenAllachie out there, and today we're going to be talking about the GlenAllachie Single Malt 12-year-old.
Oh, snap.
Oh man, I've been looking for one of these forever. Definitely wanted to make sure it was one that Billy Walker had his hands in. This is just happens to be one of those. Another one of those rare gems I was able to find down in Vegas, because up here in the Seattle area, I haven't been able to find a GlenAllachie anywhere. So down there in Vegas, saw this one. I was like, oh yeah, you are definitely coming home with me. Absolutely been looking for a GlenAllachie for a minute. This is non-chill filtered, no color added. Today we're going to be all about the GlenAllachie 12-year-old.
Skull! Hello. Skull.
This one's coming in at 46% ABV, so 92 proof right there in the fun zone. Oh man, I am. Oh, it just looks beautiful. I've been looking for one of these for so long. I'm crazy excited to get into this one. All right, let's get it. Decent little pop. Well, you know how we do it. It's 12 years old, so we're going to let it chill out in the glass and open up for 12 minutes, and we'll be right back at it. Don't go anywhere. All right, 12 minutes is up, and I'm ready to get into it. Oh, wow. Right out of the gate, just black currants, black jam, almost a grape jelly, honey and sweetness. There is just a tiniest little bit of black licorice. I don't really like black licorice, but there is just the tiniest little drop of that on the nose. But more like blackberries, blackberry jam, marmalade, real like dark currants, things like that. Maybe a little bit of raisin. I think you're getting a little bit of that note of that Spanish or some sherry cask. I'm not sure what kind of cask they use for this one. They say the finest cask from all around the world. Who knows what that means, but I would say it's some kind of a sherry cask. Oh man, just grapes. I mean, I know I might be influenced by all this purple, but yeah, just blackberries, black currants, grapes, raisins. Maybe a little bit of fig is what that note is on the back end. Just a tiny, little bit of a fig note. Yeah, I think that's exactly what that is. Oh man, I'm excited. Let's taste it. Cheers. It comes in over the lips super thin. I mean, I don't like to say watery, but it comes in really thin and then just keeps expanding and expanding and expanding. It has a really long finish. I mean, it's still going. It's finally starting to subside a little bit, but oh man, and there's like another little development. That's a really long finish. It's crazy how it builds like that. Like I said, it comes in really thin almost, and then it just envelops and builds and builds and builds and keeps going and keeps building. Like, wow, that's a layered effect. I don't know if I've ever experienced that. I mean, I've had them like get bigger, but I mean, that one really brings it. And super long finish. I mean, it's still going. Wow, that was intense. It comes in so thin and then just kaboom, an explosion. Let's go for that again. Let's launch it. Really smooth, those sherry notes. It's not quite bringing all the flavors that you were getting on the nose. Like, it was just so heavy. Black currant and marmalade and black grape jam and blackberry jam, and you're getting that, but it's a lot more muted on the palate. Like with the nose, I was really expecting just a burst of flavors. And again, this is the first impression. This is just the neck pour, just opened it, so I'm positive this one's going to open up a bit. But although it does bring like a lot of just heat, and I mean, there is flavor, but it's just not as pronounced as it was on the nose, I guess. But man, that heat and that buildup that it brings, it's real. So that's what I'm saying. Once it opens up and the air gets on it a little bit, I'm sure the flavors will come with it a little way. And it's certainly not a bad taste. But yeah, the flavor, the palate's just a little thinner than what the nose is. Let's see if some water opens that up. A few drops of water at 46, it can handle it. Let's see if we can crack open any of those oils. Water again, almost. Give it a little bit of time here, but let's thin out the nose more like the palate is on the taste. You gotta kind of get down in there, but the figs are still there. That blackberry jam is still there. A little bit of the grape, the fig. Not getting a lot of citrus. I'm not getting a lot of floral. Nothing like that out of it. Yeah, just like I said, more like a pronounced fig, dates, raisins, blackberries, grapes. Absolutely. Let's see how it tastes. Roast. The water actually brought out a little bit more of those flavors. It's bursting with a little bit of more of that cherry grape flavor, a little juicier. Bringing in some plum notes. The water definitely activated this, cracked open some of those oils, and definitely brought out some more flavors. I see why they made this purple, because yeah, plums, raisins, purple grapes. That's exactly what I'm getting out of this. A little bit of fig, a little bit of date, but lots of plum, raisin, blackberry jam notes. Absolutely. Let's see how it holds over some ice. Right out of the gate, just getting the like icy grape popsicles. Tiniest little bit. I mean, usually the ice brings out those oak barrel influences. Tiny bit of that, but not as big and bursting as usual. More muted, again, more like a red grapey wine. And yeah, grape slushies, grape ices. That's the nose. Let's see how it tastes. Cheers. As usual, the ice brought out a little bit more of the tannins. It's a little more tannic. It did bring out a bit more of that oak barrel, a little bit more of those oak notes. Muted the flavor. I mean, a little bit of that, kind of like a grape icy. One of those grape ices or grape slushy sticks that you put in the freezer that's kind of watered down. It's kind of how it was over the ice. I don't suggest this one over ice too much. Hot day, you really need to cool down. I mean, maybe, but so far I think I like this one the best with a few drops of water in it. Again, this is just the neck pour. I fully expect it to open up a little bit, but all in all, not too shabby. So yeah, I'm glad I was able to finally track one of these down. Like I said, I'm excited for it to drink it down a little bit, let it get some air on it and open up a little bit and see what it's really all about. First impression, scale out of 1 to 10. I mean, it's good, but nothing's jumping out that's amazing to me. I know I had really high expectations for this, so I was probably being a little unfair to it. Yeah, probably just maybe expecting a little more than I should have out of this. I don't know though. Like I said, I think this could open up to be something pretty great. It still feels pretty wound up. But first impressions, I think I'd give this one an 8.4. Nothing wrong with it. I'm not going to have any problems drinking it. It's not off-putting. There's no bad flavors. There's just nothing great that's jumping out of it right out of the gate. So far, it's just like, a good whiskey. So yeah, 8.4. It's a little bit pricey for 12 years old. What did I get this for? I got this another one grabbed down in Vegas, and I got this one for $71.99. Little bit pricey, but I mean, it's under $100. It is good, and like I said, I expect it to open up. But first impressions right out of the gate, I'll come back and visit it. But right now, 8.4, still 1-1 approved. I like it. Can't wait for it to open up and give it another shot a little bit later. So I hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic week, and it only gets better from here. And until we see you next time, cheers.